Ma'am, your sound is not coming, ma'am. Your sound is not coming, ma'am. Not coming, ma'am. Sound.
Yes. Am I audible now? Afsha, Anjali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So today we'll study about multinational corporations. That is our unit 6. Why we're gonna study this topic? Long answer is definitely gonna come from this topic. Okay, so that is the reason we're gonna cover this topic today. Acha, just a quick question to you. I believe Afsha is listening. Whatever I have taught in the previous classes, the units which I have covered, any doubt, any questions are there related to that? Or other than that, anything else is there? If at all you people are feeling, you can feel free to tell me in the class or post in the chat box. Other than that, I'll provide my email so you can contact me. Okay? Anjali, please mute yourself. Okay. So today's topic of discussion is multinational corporation. Under this topic, the things which we are gonna study is the very first one is objectives. The purpose of formation of multinational corporation is the very first objective. Then we'll study about the meaning of multinational corporation and how these multinational corporations enter into business, enter into various nations and operate their business. What are the strategies of these MNCs are? So we're gonna study entry strategies of multinational corporations. Then we'll be study about how they are contributing towards developing countries. Also advantages and disadvantages of multinational corporation. So these are the things which we are gonna cover today. First of all,
Page number, ma'am?
this is the last unit.
No, ma'am. Financial institutional arrangements.
274 page number.
274. अभी तो फोर्थ ब्लॉक पढ़ाना है ना मैम, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशनल।
हाँ जी, पढ़ाना है। और क्या? अच्छा, और क्या डाउट थी?
कि कंपटीशन पॉलिसी एंड लॉ भी पढ़ाना है मैम।
जी बिल्कुल,
यूनिट 9 से पढ़ाना है मैम।
सेल्स एंड स्टूड एक्ट भी पढ़ाना है, फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसी भी पढ़ाना है, फिस्कल पॉलिसी भी पढ़ाना है, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी भी पढ़ाना है। और बताइए, एमएनसी भी पढ़ाना है, इसलिए आज पढ़ा रहे हैं।
ओके।
डोंट वरी एंड स्टार्ट रीडिंग योरसेल्फ। आप लोग खुद पढ़ेंगे तो काफी सारी चीजें आप लोग कवर करेंगे।
यस मैम।
मैं इसलिए डील कर रही हूँ कि आई थिंक एक लॉन्ग आंसर is completely there with MNC, so that is the reason I'm discussing it today.
ओके मैम।
So yes, you please mute yourself. So coming towards the main objectives, why we are studying these MNCs, what is the reason, what is the purpose behind studying MNC? First, we need to know that the very first meaning is to understand why, what is the function of MNCs, how do they work, what is the purpose of their formation, then how they are contributing towards the developing countries. So that is the second purpose, as well as what are the advantages and disadvantages of MNCs are. So these are the basic objectives why we are studying multinational corporation. Now coming towards the meaning of the term multinational corporation or multinational company, or we also call it as transnational corporations. So these all terms constitute the same meaning, that is MNC, or we can say multinational corporation. From the term itself, it is very clear the meaning of MNC, that is multinational corporation. Multi, more than one, national as in within a nation or outside a nation, corporation and company. That means a company which exists in more than one nation. That is the meaning of the term multinational. That means I am holding a company. I have a branch in India as well. I can say in Bangladesh as well. I can say in China as well, in UAE as well. So that will be known as multinational corporation. That means it exists. The branches, the subsidiaries, or you can say the same companies are existing in various countries with the same name, with the same policies. They exist in various countries. So that is the meaning of the term multinational corporation. Now we'll examine few definitions given by few authors over here. The very first definition over here is given by Neil H. Jacoby. What he says, a multinational corporation owns and manages businesses in 2 or more countries. That means more than one, 2 or more countries. So whoever corporation having business in 2 or more countries will be termed as multinational corporation. Clear cut definition. Other definition was given by W.H. Moreland. What he says, multinational corporation or companies are those enterprises whose management, ownership and control are spread in more than one foreign country. Now, the first definition says about owning and managing, whereas the second definition says about management, ownership, as well as control. So in definition given by W.H. Moreland, the term control has been included. So again, he is also saying the same thing, are spread in more than one foreign country. So a corporation is having their management, their ownership, and their control, which is in more than one foreign country. That was the second definition. Other than that, one definition given by United Nations, where UN says a multinational corporation is an enterprise which owns or control production or service facilities outside the country in which it is based. Now, I am based in country A, and what I am doing, I am owning, I'm controlling production as well as services outside the country wherever I am staying in. So I am residing in one country, whereas I am controlling and managing the services, product and services of the other country. So that corporation, that company will be known as multinational corporation. Clear the meaning of multinational corporation? Yes, no, maybe. Yes. Asha, give me some examples of multinational corporations. Anjali, you too.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me some examples.
Microsoft, Sony Television.
Where does Microsoft belong?
USA.
USA. And in which countries Microsoft has offices?
Japan.
Microsoft Japan as well as only Japan? We don't have in India?
I am in India maybe.
So one is the mother company is from USA. It holds an office in Japan. It holds an office in India. It one. So that will be a multinational. Example of it. Actually, tell me, what do you people understand of the term multinational corporation, or when you hear the term MNC? What is your understanding about it? Tell me. You people must have heard about the term MNCs.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your understanding about the term? Tell me.
ये कंपनी all over the world रहती मैम.
ये कंपनी all over the world रहती. और बताइए, Anjali, you tell me some points. What do you know about MNC and what is your understanding about the term MNC?
Ma'am, this company was activated manufacturing various activities, business in countries and other states.
Very correct. Very correct. So 2 points I got from you. So 1 point is there, which Aksha told me that they hold offices. What of what did you say just now? Tell me. Yes, tell me fast. What was the term which you used? All over the world, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all over the world. Yeah.
All over the world.
All over the world, they can have offices all over the world. It's not necessary they have to have offices all over the world. The first two definitions, what they are saying, more than one country, more than one nation. One nation India, the other nation China. One nation India, the other nation Bangladesh, Bhutan, Pakistan, any neighboring country maybe, or a UAE, Gulf, any country from Gulf. So 2 nations are sufficient enough for being a multinational company. It is not required that it has to be throughout the world. So a multinational company, we have a misconception that multinational company means a very big company, a very huge company, various facilities, though Multinational companies are very big. Offices are very good, their facilities are very good, but it is not necessary that each and every multinational company has to be same. Very smaller companies can also be multinational companies as they hold offices in more than one country. That need to be clear. Okay. Now,
Okay,
what
ma'am.
Anjali said about they are into manufacturing, they are into various services, right? So very correct.
Yes, ma'am.
A multinational company can perform any, what do you say, any function which a company perform. So not restricted. We have various kinds of MNC which we'll be studying further, but it is not restricted. Any function is not restricted to multinational company. Anything they can perform, they can manufacture, they can be into marketing, they can into service
Exporting.
provision. So any function they can perform, it is not restricted to any one function. All the things they can perform, though they have different kinds of MNC. So I believe the meaning of the term MNC and their function is very clear now. Okay. Now your next topic is mode of entry of you please mute yourself. Please mute. Yeah. So our next topic is mode of entry of MNC, which is given on your page number 276. Can you people see this image over there? Model figure 1.1. Yeah, okay. So first of all, on the left hand side, we can see MNC entry modes, right? So MNC entry mode, there are two modes of entry. The first one is non-equity mode, as well as second one is equity mode. Okay. Now, what is this non-equity mode and equity mode? We'll see. Non-equity mode is basically sharing arrangement between a foreign MNC and a local firm. That means they share certain functions, certain roles. Also, the resources and operation controls are divided between the partners. So whatever function, whatever control, whatever risk, whatever resources they have, they share in between. Fine. Like in India, or I'm having a company in China. So what I want to open a company in China in a non-equity mode. So we will share the resources, we will share the operational control, we will share the resources. Everything will be in partnership kind of a thing. So we will act as partners. So in this case, the scale of entry is lower because the relation with the foreign market are based on contract that do not imply a direct establishment. That means if the mother company or the main company is in India, it will have the control over the country in China. Okay, they will not have their own control. So company will be controlled through the main office, which is in India. So that will be non-equity mode. And the company in the China, the owners over there will be act as the partners of the company. Okay. That is known as non-equity mode. So under non-equity mode, we have again two categories. The first one is exports and next one is contractual agreement. Can you see? Exports and agreements.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are these? What these exports are? Fun. Exports can be of various kind. It can be over here we have direct exports and indirect exports. So also under direct and indirect exports, there are various categories. So first we'll see about direct exports, what direct exports are. So company can make use of domestic agent who operate on a commission basis without taking title of the good. That will be your direct export. They can also use the distribution facilities to other firm in the international market. Export can take various forms such as representative. Who will be a sales representative over here? Sales representative represent foreign suppliers. So those people will be the foreign suppliers or manufacturers in their local market for an established commission on sales. So they will provide support services to manufacturer regarding whatever function they have, be it presentation, custom release formalities, legal requirements. So all those they will assist in that. So those will be sales representative. The other will be distributors in the importing country. So the importing distributing purchase product in their own right and resell it in local market to wholesaler. They will purchase it while it has been export and they will resell it. So those people will be known as distributor in the importing country. So wherever you are exporting, there will be the distributors. They will take goods from you directly and they will resell. So you do not need any extra function to be performed over here. So that is direct export, right? Next one is indirect export. Under indirect exports, we have export trading companies. Extra some trading companies are there. Then we have export management companies, those who manage the export function, like export credit risk or types of products, all those things. Next one is export merchants are there. Export merchant, meaning of the term merchant is, you can say, a businessman. So these are experts in doing export. So export merchants are wholesale companies. They buy unpacked products from suppliers for resale overseas under their own brand names. They will purchase it, they will stick their own company sticker and sell it. So those will be export businessmen, you can say export merchants. Then we have confirming houses. These are the immediate sellers that work for foreign buyers. Like, you don't need to go and search for the buyers. They are already there. When you export the thing, they are already there to purchase your things. So those are confirming houses. Then we have non-confirming purchasing agent. The opposite to confirming agents, like they do not pay the suppliers directly. Basically, payment takes place between supplier with a foreign buyer. So that are non-confirming purchasing agents. Then other than export, the next category for non-equity MNCs are contractual agreements. Now, this is very important and interesting one also. Wait. So under contractual agreement, we have three categories, right? The first one is licensing or franchising. Next is turnkey projects and R&D contract. A short note may come on these topics. Kindly note, licensing, franchising, turnkey project, as well as R&D contracts. A short note may come on these topics. We'll understand what these are one by one. So the first one is licensing. So what licensing is? Under licensing, a foreign licensor, that is a MNC, provide a local license with access to technologies, patents, trademarks, know-how of brand company name in exchange for financial or some other form of compensation. That means that the company will just, they will not open the office in other company. They will give license to you to open their branch. So that is licensing. What you can do in the name of your parent company, you can have their technologies, you can have their patents, their trademark you can own, and how they are working, you can work in the same way. You can have the brand or the company name with yourself. So this is how licensing works. Now, what other feature licensing have? The license has exclusive right to produce and market the product on a specified area for a limited period only, because license may expire. So you have particular time period to operate your business. So whatever product or services you are providing in a specific area, you have certain time limit. In that duration only, you will be providing those services. So that is one thing with licensing. The licensor usually gets royalty Royalty means, what do you say, when you sell their product, so certain amount of percentage of profit you need to give to the parent company. That is royalty, or license fee on the sale of the product. So whatever you are selling in their name, their license, you have to give them the royalty. For that, that means certain amount from the profit, or you have to give license fee to the parent company in the name of license to the of the parent company. Okay. Next is the advantage of licensing lies in the fact that the company can enter a new market without making substantial investment, because you already have the name, you have the product, you have their business idea. So you need not make any substantial investment. You just need to find out the market and enter into it. That is one benefit of having a licensing MNC, right? But the disadvantages lie in the fact that there is loss of product and process know-how to third-party licensees who may become competitor when the agreement is complete. Now, what happens? I have given license to a person in China to sell my products over there in my name, in the name of my company. So for the duration of 2 years, that person knew about my business strategy. They knew about how I produce my product, what is my marketing strategy, what is my business style. They knew each and everything. So after the completion of 2 years, when the licensing end, our contract end, that person may be my competitor, because he knew each and everything, business style, my product, my strategies, everything he knew, and he can copy and be my competitor. So that is one drawback, or you can say disadvantage of licensing. Is it clear? Licensing? I'm asking because the topic is important. You need to understand the meaning. Okay. So that is licensing. Next one is franchising. Franchising is very interesting, right? आपको बहुत सारे examples भी मिल जाएंगे franchising के. Let me explain it. Why? And international licensing agreement allow foreign firms, either exclusive, non-exclusive. Oh, no, sorry. Franchising is a type of licensing agreement. Again, licensing is required in financing as well, where packages of services are offered by the franchisor to the franchisee in return for a payment. Now, there are two ways of financing franchising. The first one is product and trade franchising, as well as second one is business format franchising. Now, what is product or trade franchising? In this form of agreement, MNC may give away the product and also the trademark to another company. Fine. What they are saying, a very good example is given over here. A beverage manufacturer may give away the right to sell the beverage under the company's trademark to another company, which may be bottling company. See, you have a bottling company, you already have a bottling company, you have taken the franchisee of, let's say, Coca-Cola company from some country, and they have given you the franchisee along with the trademark, with the formula, how to make the drink and everything they have given you. Now, what are you doing? You already have an arrangement in over here. You are using their franchising, you are using their name, their formula, and producing and selling it. So that is known as franchising. Clear? They are not making, the parent company need not make any, they need not have to have any control over you. They need not have to have any business plan for you. They are just giving away their trademark, their technique to you. They are selling. You have to make payment for it and run the business on yourself. So that is franchising, sorry, product and trade franchising. Okay. The second one is business format franchising. Business format franchising is where you need to act in the same way, the same format you have to follow, which the parent company is following. The examples you could have seen in very day-to-day life are McDonald's, KFC, which is written over here. What do they have? They have the same, you can say, the sitting area is the same, the cooking technique is the same, the business model is the same, the how to attract the customer base is same. So everything is same. That is business format franchising. The company is selling you their business format. Fine. So you need to follow the same things which the parent company is telling you to follow or which they are following. So these are the two types of franchising, where the first one is product and trade franchising, where they are franchising their product and trade services, whereas second one, they are franchising whole of the business format to you. Clear? Am I clear with franchising?
यस मैम।
Oh.
लाइसेंसिंग में उन लोग खाली लाइसेंस देते हैं, अपने को है सो फी पे करना रहता।
हाँ, अपने को फी पे करना रहता और जो भी वो बोल रहे वो फॉलो करना पड़ता।
अच्छा,
जो भी
और
तरीका
सेकंड उसमें सिर्फ
अपना तरीका अपना, जैसे अब एग्जांपल लीजिए मैकडॉनल्ड्स का, तो हम अपना रेसिपीज नहीं डाल सकते अनलेस अप्रूव्ड बाय द पेरेंट कंपनी। बिकॉज आप जब एग्जांपल लीजिए मैकडॉनल्ड्स का एग्जांपल लीजिए, हर कंट्री में जहां जहां मैकडॉनल्ड एग्जिस्ट करता है वहां पे लोकल्स के फ्लेवर्स के हिसाब से दे मेक चेंजेस। ये चेंजेस वो खुद से नहीं कर सकते, इसके लिए उनको पेरेंट कंपनी से परमिशन लेना पड़ता है। ओके,
यस।
so that is business format franchise. Give me a moment, let me take the attendance shot and we'll continue. Okay, so that was franchising. So next one is turnkey project. Turnkey project क्या होते हैं? One minute, give me a moment please, there is some, this is stuck in over here. 1 minute please. So we were discussing about turnkey projects. So basically these turnkey projects refer to a project when client pay contractors to design and construct new facilities and train personnel. So in a turnkey project, a foreign company exports its process and technology to other country by building a plant in their country. Fine. It's like, you can take an example of airport. Fine. So I have given a contract to a foreign country, like you say, for building up of a airport. Now what will happen? I have given the contract, I will make the payment. Now what they will do? They will come, they will employ the people, they will make all the arrangement, they will build, they will construct, they will arrange each and everything. And after completion of the airport, they will hand over to me. So what is happening over here? Each and everything is being done by themselves. That means जो भी construction हुआ है या जो भी उन्होंने services use हुई हैं, so I need not have to worry about it. So each and everything is being done by themselves only. So you can say ready to move in kind of a thing is getting ready. Okay, so that is a turnkey project. So over here we have industrial companies that specialize in complex production technology, normally use turnkey project as an entry strategy. Why do they use turnkey projects? The reason behind them is because when they give the contract to these people are very specialized. They know how market is going on, what is in trend. So accordingly, they will plan the model, they will plan or they will construct the thing accordingly. So that is the plus point of using turnkey projects. Okay. Next one is research and development contracts. Now, research and development contract is like I am just giving a certain function of my company. Like I am into, what do you say, medicines. मैं दवाइयाँ बनाती हूँ. I have a company. अभी कोई एक नया, जैसे कि आपका ये कोरोना वायरस है, इसके लिए कुछ वैक्सीनेशंस जैसे बनाए गए थे और मेडिसिन कुछ ना कुछ बनाई गई थी. उसके लिए क्या हुआ था, दे हैव गिवन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टू अदर कंट्रीज कि आप बनाइए. इवन इंडिया हैज आल्सो मेड फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ फॉरेन कंट्रीज. दे उन्होंने वैक्सीन बनाया, मेडिसिन बनाई, बहुत सारी चीजें बनी फॉर मेडिकल यूज, मेडिकल पर्पस के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें नई इन्वेंट हुई, नई बनी. सो व्हाट हैपेंड ओवर हियर कि कंपनी जो थी वो बाहर की कंपनी थी, उन्होंने सिर्फ रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए इंडिया को या दूसरी कंपनी को वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया था फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्पज ओनली. ठीक है. They have set up an office in the foreign nation and they have started working over there. Just one function they are performing, that is research and development. That's it. Nothing. No sales are there, no marketing is there, no selling of the product, nothing. No export, import, nothing is happening. Just research and development is being happening in other countries. So that is R&D contract. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next one is joint ventures. Joint ventures are very much similar to non-equity MNC, where it is a business arrangement in which two or more parties agrees to pool their resources for the purpose of accomplishment of specific task. That is a joint venture, basically. The key issues to consider in a joint venture are ownership, control, length of agreement, pricing, technology transfer, local firm capacities, resources and government intentions. So these are the key issues which has to be considered under joint ventures. Joint ventures fulfill objectives such as market entry, risk or reward sharing, technology sharing, and joint product development, and conforming to the government regulation. Like in country A and country B, if they are having the joint ventures, joint venture ka matlab the function which country A is performing, the country B will also perform the same function. At the same time, they will act, they will act as twin companies. कि एक टाइम पे वो सेम फंक्शन परफॉर्म करेंगी, एक ही मोटिव रहेगा उसके पीछे, एक ही ऑब्जेक्टिव रहेगा उनके, जो भी वो फंक्शन परफॉर्म करेंगी, be it production of anything, manufacturing or sales, marketing, whatever it is. So that is joint venture MNC. Now what next is wholly owned subsidiary. It is very much similar to franchising, but what is the difference? Let's see. A wholly owned subsidiary is a company which is completely owned by another company, whereas in franchising they were giving their name, their procedure, but in wholly owned subsidiary they are giving their subsidiaries, their parent company is giving their subsidiary to have the total control of another company. So the company that owns the subsidiary is called the parent company or holding company. A wholly owned subsidiary includes two types. What are these two types? The first one is greenfield investments and second is acquisition. Now what happened in basically in India we have, or India, or you can say basically we have two types of MNCs only. These two important one, the greenfield investment, or you also call, or the second one is acquisition. So in greenfield investment, what is there? The meaning of the term over here, greenfield investment, you can say the meaning of the term green over here is new. That means new investment. So what happens in greenfield investment? They are preferred where physical capital incentives plans, physical capital intensive plants are planned. These strategies attractive if there are no competitors to buy or transfer competitive advantage that consist of competencies, skill, routines, and culture. That means the MNCs are of free nature. They are of free of any obligation. They are new investment. Like in, I am having company in country A. Now I am opening a company in country B with a greenfield investment. That means new, a fresh company with no obligation with country B. Though it will be part of country A only, but they will have no obligation towards country B. That is greenfield investment. Okay. Next one is acquisition. Acquisition is, I believe you people know the meaning of term acquisition. Yes or no? मालूम है आपको एक्विजिशन क्या होता है? Acquisition, merger, any idea? Tell me, any idea about it? Nobody is ready to play. So basically, an acquisition when a company purchases most or all of another company's share to gain control of that company. So when you acquire, when you purchase already functioning company, that is known as acquisition. Whether you purchase part of it, that is you acquire a part of it, or you acquire whole of the company, is acquisition. Now, what is difference between greenfield investment MNC and acquisition MNC? The major difference over here is risk factor. Why? Because in acquisition, the companies are already running. Might be they are running in very good condition. So you need not worry about your investment. You need not research about it because company is already functioning. So you need not have to do research work for it, how to establish the business over here. The company is already running. You just need to capture the company, that is acquire the company and have your name over it and start functioning. So that is acquisition. Okay. Now we have this MNC and the developing country. I believe you people read this. We have 3 levels for this: corporate, business, and functional levels. Read this topic. If anything is not clear, ask me. Next one is advantages of multinational corporation. What are the advantages of having a multinational corporation in your country? Let's see. The very first one is aids in economic growth. How multinational companies are contributing towards economic growth, how they are doing this? Like countries like Bangladesh, India, and Indonesia have gained abundantly from existence of MNC in the countries. Very true. Why? Because when there is MNC in your country, it gives, what do you say, encouragement to foreign direct investment, FDI, and they also contribute towards your GDP of the host country. When investment is coming from the foreign country, definitely it is going to contribute towards the economic growth of the country. Whereas people will have good salaries and along with that, they will have good living conditions. So definitely it is contributing towards your GDP of that country. So that is aids and economic growth. Next one is capital formation. Fine. Capital is a significant financial asset that is lacking in developing nation, and the MNC from the developed country can pump in financial resources through own capital and fund raised in international capital market. So that is capital formation is generated. Next one is export-oriented industrialization. We have discussed, पहले भी हमने discuss किया है about exports, how they are how they function. So that is export-oriented industrialization. Next one is technological development. Obviously, when a multinational company from a developed country is opening their office or having an office in an underdeveloped or developing country, it will be beneficial from technological point of view as also, because a developed country obviously will have very good technology with them. They bring in their technology to your country. They are bringing in the technology to your country and definitely contributing towards the development of your country. So that is one very good benefit of having a multinational company. That is technological development. And it also improves the quality of production and encourage development of the nation. So that is technological development. Next one is employment generation. Well, a very good strategy which MNCs hold is they how do they give employment? They have their own business plan, they have their own way of working. So they need not require, most of the time they need not require the education qualification you hold. They just say if you are educated enough to understand, you can say their basic language, maybe English, if you can speak well, if you can understand well, if you can communicate well, you can be part of our country. No need of holding a higher education degree, no need of holding a PG or a graduation. If you are holding 10th or 10 plus 2 degree, that is sufficient enough for us. So that is their strategy of, what do you say, generating the employment. How do they generate employment? They see you are capable of doing certain things, you are capable of what do you say, holding how can you can operate a computer, you can speak well. They will give you a system, they will give you a certain you can say script. You just need to read out the script and operate the system, your job is done. So such kind of employment is being generated most of the time by MNCs, where they do not require your education qualification, your expertise. They will give you, they will train you, and they will take work out of you. So that is how employment is being generated by MNCs. The same thing, employment generation is like, I feel they can act as a bane as well as a boon on the youth of that country. Why? Because once you are highly qualified, let's say you are a postgraduate and you are going for a job of into a MNC, into the entry level, and they are saying, okay, if you are 10, we will take you, and you are happily going and joining into that company. What about your plus 2? What about your graduation and the 2 years spent over your post graduation? Everything is going waste. Fine. So I believe it is acting as benefit as well as, I can say it is a demerit to the youth of the country as well. Next is competency building. Competency building is like when a company sees you are capable enough, you have, you can say, good knowledge about certain things, they retrieve you towards the organization, the very first thing they do. Second thing, they try to educate you, they try to give training to you so that you could be more beneficial to the organization. Most of the time, a multinational corporation, they send very good employees to their parent company, like they are having office in India. You must be knowing a lot of examples about it. Like they are holding a company in India, people are working over here, and somebody is performing very well. They gave training and they send that person to their mother company, to their parent company. Why? Why? For the reason because they are building the competency. That means they are retrieving the very good employees to themselves. They make sure they do not move to other company, they do not move to other nation, they stick with them. So they give the opportunity to such kind of employees to move to foreign country and have better lifestyles and better salaries as well. So that is competency building. Next is increase in tax revenue towards the country. Definitely an increase in tax revenue is also added, is an added benefit, since the host country get to tax them and include it in public revenue. So that is increase in tax revenue. And the last one is encourage competition. Okay, so these were the advantages of MNC. Next one is disadvantages of multinational corporation. The first disadvantage over here is prevent balanced development. Now, how they are preventing balanced development? Take the example, MNC prevent local firms and entrepreneurs from participating in the most dynamic sector of the company. They use local capital rather than bringing in new capital from outside. They increase income inequalities to the host country, and they use inappropriate capital intensive technologies that contribute towards unemployment. So these are some practices which can be disadvantages of them, of having MNC in your country. That is it, prevent balanced development. So that is one drawback of MNC. Next one is cause capital outflow. When you have FDIs, that means they are investing into your company, they will take away capital as well. When inflow is there, then definitely capital outflow will also be happening. Fine. Though FDI contribute capital, it more viciously take away funds from the host country in the form of capital outflow, debt services, royalty, fees, and through manipulation of import and export prices. Such outflow are unreasonable high and cannot be justified reason for the presence of MNC, though they are just investing in one way, but taking away in many ways. आपके import export duties हो गए, आपके license के fee, franchising की fee, they are just investing in one way and taking away from you in 10 ways. So capital outflow is in much more higher rate than the inflow. So that is one disadvantage. Okay. Next one is employee exploitation. Just now I have discussed about this employee exploitation. Though they do not consider your education qualification, they are giving you the training and they are, you can say, making you the slave. Work, as we say. You are getting training for this, you are getting trained for the job, you work, as we are saying. No need of using the mind. You have scripts to read out to the customers. You read out the scripts to the customer. No need of using your brain. No need of using any creativity in our process. Whereas long working hours are there, so there is no regulation on it. Though the government are laying down the regulation, but most of the companies, they are not following, or in the name of what do you say, workload, or in the name of, like, we have a busy weekend, so in the name of that they are calling you to the offices and making you work. So that is employee exploitation. A lot of employee exploitation are there in multinational corporation. Then next one is they cause environmental pollution. So give me a moment, please. Yes. So they cause environmental pollution, MNCs may create a pollution and are also in one resource available for cleaning the pollution. Many MNCs have mining operations and they generate severe environmental degradation and pollution, including the discharge of toxic substances into river systems, large volume of waste disposal, inadequate disposal of hazardous waste, and long-run impact of poorly planned mine closures. So in these ways, they can cause environmental pollution. Next is stifle competition. Yes, they open their, a new MNC has been arrived, like take an example, a new MNC has been arrived, their products are very good, and at a very cheaper rate they are selling their products. So now what happened, everybody is running and purchasing their product. They have left the product which they were using since long time, so they have left those products, and like for say 6 months or 1 year, they are using that new products which are in very good quality and at a very lower price. So what they are doing over here is they are ruining the competitors. They're ruining the competitors. The competitors companies are shutting down because their products are not selling anymore. Now what happened after 1 year, when customers have becoming used to their products, they are increasing the prices by exploiting the customers. So this is known as stifle competition. Okay. Next is evasion of tax. They find out many ways to evade tax. So that is one very important, drawback of or disadvantage of having an MNC, because it might cause economical damage to the country. So that is evasion of tax. Next is offensive activities, like activities which are banned by the government, which are not supposed to be done in an industry, in an organization, though in the name of a multinational corporation, they are doing it. And because of that, people might suffer in future. Like, for example, there are terms used as counterfeiting. Counterfeiting is like making the same product, in duplicate form. So that is counterfeiting. So you can use it one time or two times. After continuous using of such kind of product, it might harm you. So that could be one disadvantage of a multinational company or multinational corporations products, using their products. Then we have technological fraud as well. So these were the disadvantages of multinational company. Now I would like you to please go through the objectives and try answering the objectives till we have 2-3 minutes time. Anjali, Hafsha, Anjali, Afsha, then Venugopal, you people are there or left the class?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Go through the objectives, okay?
Okay.
Don't check the answers. Try answering on your own.
Which of the following represent foreign suppliers in local market? Develop and must establish relation also export merchant. So combine step forwards. Which conduct should be done this industries. Confusion. Which there will be analysis on the situation analysis before entering the form.
So that was all today with multinational corporation. Tomorrow what we'll do? We'll discuss one more important topic tomorrow, maybe corporate social responsibility, which I have left in between. But again, that is very much of importance. Maybe tomorrow we'll discuss that, as well as trade policies. Also, I'll try to cover tomorrow. So that's all for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.